Someone must have let slip that I've a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. Oh, I'm doing well. Just relaxing and playing Endwalker. And loving every minute of it. So this is Tapper's Den. Well then, after you. Don't mind us, we just beat up your guards. Well, I did. She didn't. Who are you? What happened to the guards? They hit me first. Eorzean and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean. You were brought here from other lands? Girabanya, Yangsha, Basha, Damaska, to name but a few. Some dragged here against our wills. Oh, against our will. Others fed bollocks about a better life. All put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we. About the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is Cerulia Ingens, still sustaining us, even without paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days, what with the city in ruins. We take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps to stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger, unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful, if they're interested. We'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. We can certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we managed to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us, thanks to the Empire. And the knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying for the time being. Long as there's a need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by, even if Garlemald as we knew it is gone for good. Gone for good? Yeah, Elise, I thought that was obvious. I doubt there's any recovering from the destruction that's happened to the Empire. Regardless of what the ill-sabard contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be a cause for celebration, while for others, their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people? Their lives, their stories, should they be forgotten too? I suppose there'll be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. Ooh, nice pants. Luncheon toadskin hose of maiming. Nothing really changed. Okay, good. I don't have to diet. Okay. Jarek. So you've come seeking ceruleum, have you? Oh, thank you for redeeming a, Ara Ara. And, Goblinate, thank you for following. Thank you for stopping by and watching me play Endwalker. I'm almost out of my drink. So you've come seeking ceruleum, have you? What? Those purebloods... purebloods up at Victor's Spoils sent you? To turn to their enemies for help? They must be more desperate than I'd thought. Then again, Licinia's got her little sister to think about. That's the voice we heard in the house. A sister? But we only saw Licinia and the 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. I may have refused Licinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them my way, you hear? I can't for the life of me think why Licinia would keep her sister a secret from us. But we can ask about that after we've delivered the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. Yeah, why hide the fact that her sister is sick and in need of help? Up there, I'm pretty sure? Yeah, up there? Yeah, up there. I need to go up those stairs over there. That was that bunny girl that I keep saying. Alice. This isn't right. It's too quiet. I would have thought Alphina would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. Okay, what happened? What happened, everyone? I'll check up here. The radio's gone. Search for Alphino. I'll go where that Reaper came from. Back here? Ah, there. What happened? Oh, damn it. Damn it all. They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us. We know what you're about. Ah, they attacked Alphino. Vultures, that's what you are, waiting in the wings for us to show weakness. Then you swoop. You to help? What rot? All a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in, put ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge? You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later. We've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed that was still warm. It's true, Licinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Like he'd tell us. Away from you and yours, and if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'd never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill, the empty bottles prove it, so the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry, or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere, how could you let them go alone? protect them from you. You invade our homeland, taint it with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than be corrupted by your vile magics. You were waiting for a chance to free them since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Licinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend to my injuries, and theirs. I will join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find them, quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. Okay? You better not hurt my adopted son. I mean, Yodi did, but don't hurt him any further. That thing's gonna attack me as soon as I get near Alice. Or not. 2 sets of fresh footprints. Young women, judging by the size. This is definitely them. Come on. Where did they even flee to? Oh, there's Alice again. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. I can't think of any other reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. We could really do with Alphino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Oh great. That's such a wide area to look. Oh, here's a clue. Empty bottle. The empty bottle smells faintly of alcohol. The thin coating of dirt indicates it has been here for some time, but it is unlikely to have any connection to Licinia or her sister. Well, so much for that being a good clue. Look for sparklies on the ground. Ah, here's one. Fresh blood. Oh no. The blood staining the snow appears to be fresh. Judging by the amount, the victim may have been severely wounded. The trail of blood leads southeastwards. Over there? Well, I see someone over there. It must be over there. Did they die? Well, shit. They look dead. They both have blood around them. The 2 bodies are already cold. All because they mistrusted us. The music's back. The ominous sounding music.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked.
The group's gonna attack blame us. They're dead.
No. Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
He has a point.
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
Oh, it's what he said from the launch trailer.
I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Where's the other people? Dot 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 from Alpha now. There must have been something we could have done, but what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? Who knows? A way forward. We have already caused enough harm here. Let us return to camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. That was definitely a quest. 525. That would be an upgrade for me. Okay. How many more moments like that is going to happen, and how many more moments are going to be even more heartbreaking? We mustn't forget to send some of our allies to Tapper's Den. We still owe them for the bottle of ceruleum. Would you mind giving Lucia the full report? Treatment of the temperate is proceeding as well as as can be expected. If there is anything you will be sure to know, though I gather you have a report of your own to deliver. Small child. Is something the matter? The twins look out of sorts, and you two seem a bit off. We'll talk about it. Forgive me for saying, but the three of you appear rather drained since your return. Is there aught I might do to be of assistance? Alice and Alphino tell me they have finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for your account? Yeah.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please
do so. Odd dialogue is still cutting out.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Popularis, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald.
Mauled.
The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it.
Okay, now it's not cutting out.
Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events of the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Zenos had been possessed by a
demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silent. While
Silenced.
some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and
Suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, sir.
Intently.
Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his
Political enemies.
And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered.
3rd.
And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the 1st Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault? and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory. And that these contributions came from the self-same
benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
Well,
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to
House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
Entire time. But yeah, that makes sense.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an
Immense tremor.
From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna
Glacis.
But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their
dreams? Did they?
May
As
the
Emperor
Tower of
Varys-
Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
Emperor Varys has been turned into a primal, maybe?
This sounds awfully familiar.
Tower of Babel. So that tower is going to be called the Tower of Babel.
We have something to show you all.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be
Inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talisman.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's
Influent.
A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by
a primal.
then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been
Spared. That actually makes a lot of sense.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
Oh, Ciri's here.
My friends, I must speak with you.
About?
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall.
I like how the
Thankfully, Magni restrained him before
Zayla
blood
refer
was
to
spilled.
the Garlemald as
The
Iron Men.
stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans?
Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
There is no more homeland. I mean, the land's still here, but the Empire is pretty much done for.
I am Lucia Junius, a temple knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Jullus Pier
Thank-
Norbanus.
Thank you for the
That's all
hydrate
you
and the
invaders will get
woo
from
and
me.
the ara ara.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in
Three
defense
things
of their
in a- three
lives and their
redeems
loved
in a
ones
row.
even as we speak. But it is the people of